With the rising insecurity in the country, President Muhammadu Buhari has acknowledged that Nigeria will need more international collaboration to tackle the menace. The president stated this when he received letters of credence of Canadian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Ambassador James Kingston Christophe, and Ambassador of Mexico to Nigeria, Juan Alfred Miranda Ortiz. President Buhari blamed the political instability in Libya for the rise of terrorism in the Sahel and also the threat to the sustenance of democracy in West and Central Africa regions. The president told the new diplomats that his support of their countries and other friendly countries has helped Nigeria make meaningful progress in tackling insecurity challenges, assuring that the threats will be defeated.
Nigeria is not left out of the equation, as we are fighting to rid our country of banditry, kidnapping, harder farmer crisis, and insurgency. We are, however, making meaningful progress with the support of friendly countries like yours to sustain these fights until we overcome these challenges.
And talking politics, Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir Elrufai, has announced that the All Progressives Congress has selected the Director General for the Presidential Campaign Council. He made this known after a delegation of the Progressive Governors Forum had a closed-door meeting with the party's presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and his running mate, Kashim Shettima, in Lagos. Governor Rufai disclosed that resolutions reached about the structure of the APC Presidential Council would be made public after briefing President Muhammadu Buhari. The delegation was led by the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Governor Atiku Bagudu. Also in attendance were the National Secretary of the party, IyiolaOmisore, former chairman of the party, Adams Oshiomhole, and members of the Governors Forum.
Begin the broad consultations and develop a structure for the Presidential Campaign Council. We have done some work on it. We've briefed the candidate and his running mate, and inputs have been taken. And our hope is that in the shortest possible time, the candidate will consult more with the party leadership and brief Mr. President and get his input. And then we'll formally unveil the Presidential Campaign Council. The decision has been taken on the Director General, but other positions in the Campaign Council are still being discussed.
And to education matters, Great Aspirations School is celebrating their 10th anniversary in grand style while they graduate some students. With parents, teachers and elders of the community in attendance, it was a joyous moment as many got to see how far the school had come. Asiwaju Bola has the report.
It was double celebration for Great Aspirations School as they celebrated a decade of existence while saying farewell to some of its students who have moved to the next phase of their lives. With the hall full to its brim, the children and teachers all showed appreciation to the school as they sang the anthem. Some stakeholders of the school noted the impact and influence of the school to the students and the society.
10 years is a long time, and even if it's your child, you're bringing up your child for 10 years, you can imagine how happy you will be seeing that child. So training a lot of kids for 10 years and some of them even going to good schools outside, we are really happy. We try to make them become better and useful to the community, even becoming leaders.
As our motto goes, aspiring for a greater future. So inshallah, Allah will help us to. The kids should be more aspired because we have really impact on them.
The high point of the ceremony was the recognition of the graduating students and the cutting of the anniversary cake.
Thank you very much.
For this school, education is more than formal learning, as vocational skills are also being taught to prepare the children for the future.
I do represent my child here and also represent all the children in Great Aspiration. The impact has been impactful, it's been fantastic. They do a lot of vocational trainings where even pupils can later on develop on it and be independent instead of them going to the labor market and of course seeking for a job.
I'm very happy and I'm very proud of my school. It's one of the most wonderful schools I knew. It's teaching me a lot of things in this school. I started hearing Arabic in this school. Before, I didn't know how to read Quran well. But when I come to this school, I know how to read Quran. That's why I love this school.
I'm 10 years old and the school is celebrating the 10 years anniversary. Inshallah, my school will have a university. So, because if it has a university, that's the school I'm going to pick at my university.
The children all performed on stage to put smiles on the faces of parents, teachers, and well-wishers who turned up for the celebrations. IyiolaOmisore, Popola, TVC News, Lagos.
Talks on how to tackle the raging insecurity in KATSINA and other parts of the country took center stage at the annual Thanksgiving prayers organized by the Kaduna State government to mark the new Islamic calendar year. This year's prayer session also coincides with the remembrance of the amalgamation of KATSINA and Daura provinces in 1934, which gave birth to the state. And TVC News correspondent Abdulatif Yusuf reports.
The ulama and the elites are here once again to examine developments that have become issues of concern within the two emirates in the last few decades and to pray for more divine intervention. Katsina in the last few years has been majorly burdened by banditry, and the government has left no stone unturned to end the ugly trend.
So the significance of this is to reflect and thank Allah for His blessings on Kaduna State. We have chosen 1st of August of every year because that was the year the province was created. After pulling Katsina out of Zaria province and pulling Daura out of Kano province. Let's thank God. Let's remember. And the lessons of Thanksgiving. Every day you wake up, you thank your Creator for sparing your life, for giving you health. Even those who are on hospital bed, thank God, because maybe there are those who died yesterday.
These efforts have not yielded the desired results, and it is not surprising that the state and the federal governments have become under heavy criticism for their approach towards tackling insecurity in parts of the country. The authorities, however, insist that they are steadily making progress. The recent killing of police officers in Katsina and many other similar incidents may not corroborate this argument and only shows that the act of banditry and kidnapping are only gaining momentum.
The situation of the state in terms of security, we can say is to some extent improving. In those days, I can say we're talking of community attack, where a whole community will be attacked by the bandits. Tens of people will be killed, sometimes even in the mosque. But today, we're talking of handpicking some areas or some individuals. And then maybe for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I can say a situation whereby they just went on rampage to some communities. But by and large, you can see there is a little improvement in terms of security.
But the Muslim Ummah are optimistic that this Islamic New Year will bring with it a lot of remedies to the security and economic challenges in the country. Abdulatif Yusuf, TVC News, Katsina.
Let's bring you an update on a development we have been monitoring. The Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, has arrived in Taiwan. The visit has enraged China, which claims the self-governing island as its own territory. Ms. Pelosi's arrival in Taipei risks triggering a major crisis between China and the U.S., which does not officially recognize Taiwan as an independent state, but is still required by U.S. law to provide its government with the means to defend itself. China had threatened serious consequences if Pelosi, the highest-ranking U.S. official to travel to Taiwan in 25 years, went ahead with her visit.